Alrighty. So, I got some new tires on the Tenere, and we're here to test them out. So, starting off, threw on the Pirelli MT21 on the front, and on the back is a brand new tire, basically just released. That is the Plews or something like that, big boy. It is a 150 size tubeless tire, and it is aggressive as hell. And that's after maybe like 30 miles of freeway riding. And it pretty much took off the little nubbins there. So, yeah, 150, 70, 18. And from what I can see, it didn't have a direction on it. So, may be able to flip it around as well, get some more life out of it. Oh, quick note. I had to buy a new axle, a new block on the right side, and a brand new nut because somehow the threads on this nut or the threads on the axle broke and I could not get this nut off. And didn't realize that was the issue until this piece dug a hole through here and just started spinning. So I had to pretty much cut that bolt off, pull the axle out, and replace it with a brand new one. Pain in the ass, and that was right before Death Valley. So had to basically overnight the axle to get this bike ready in time. Back to the tire. So on the freeway, this thing wiggles a lot. Like a lot. I'd say it wiggles about as much as the front of my KTM 500 with the Golden Tire 216. Like the front on this bike, or the MT21 on this bike, doesn't wiggle as much as the rear does. And I'm running about 31-ish PSI and maybe 27 on the front just because setting it from Death Valley. I didn't get this tire in time to take it to Death Valley, so this one's fresh. I've had experience with the front on my previous 890, and I kind of liked it then. Granted, I'm a slightly different rider than I was with that bike. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop the tire pressure down, maybe to like 20 in the rear, and then maybe about the same in the front, and then we'll give it a lap and see how it does. Okay, never mind. This tire is at 37. Real quick, this is about 200 miles from Death Valley. So, not too bad. Almost looks like it's starting to scallop already. Just on like this edge here. On the offset lug. Oh. Okay, since I was using the Tusk 2-track before and swapped, the front tire was very stiff to get off for the 2-track. It was kind of a bitch, but got it done. The rear took way too long to take off. The rear tire is so goddamn stiff. And that's a common complaint with the Tusk 2-track is they're really stiff. Which, I mean, it kind of makes sense. It's set up to be tubeless, and you only have like an inch and a half of sidewall or inch of sidewall. So, yeah, 2-track is very, very stiff. This tire, I would say, is just as stiff as the 2-track. This was a bit of a challenge to get on. I would hate to do the 2-track and this tire trail side. MT21, not bad at all. But that one and the 2-track, insane how stiff they are. Let's do some laps. I want to jump the tire, but I tried a couple like practice wheelies, whatever, popping up the front, and it's not going high enough. I'm a little bit worried about that. Oh yeah, that made... Yeah, 37 was way too high. No wonder it felt kind of skittish. I don't know why I pulled in the clutch on that turn. This bike takes a lot to stop. I do not like these brakes. Oh, so many rocks to dodge right there. Okay. This bike is a lot of work still. It's a lot to move it around. We'll take this to the bigger track and see how it does over there. But I'm so used to the KTM and being able to stop. Like, this to me has very little stopping power. And I feel like I have to pull in the brake pretty far before I get like the amount of braking I want. And I don't trust it to just not lock up. Long story short, I probably just suck at braking on this bike. I left my house and it was foggy. But I come here and it's hot. I did not come with the right gear. So, as you can see, probably, it's kind of loose, dry dirt, some areas where it's a little clumpy. Mostly where the grass was, kind of holding in the moisture. Man, I'm at half a tank, and this thing feels like a pig to move around. Okay. I feel like I can drop the pressure more. The rear tire is sliding out quite a bit. I feel like I just need to also commit to leaning the bike over. I'm kind of struggling doing that just because it's so freaking heavy. I mean, this is double the weight of my 500 essentially. Yeah, I feel like I'm not getting much out of the brakes, even with the camel thing. That does help a lot, but I don't know if it's the rubber tubing or whatnot, but I have to press the shit out of this brake to get more out of it. I also have to remember that it's a heavy ass bike, but I don't know. Maybe I'm comparing it to the 500 where I'm trying to get the chatter on the back wheel, and I don't know if these are really meant to do that. And man, this thing drops like a ton of bricks. It's so heavy. Yeah, I just need to get the bike leaned over like a lot. Ooh, bottomed out the front. That was a wacky angle. Yeah, as good as these forks are, or cartridges really, there isn't a lot on the bottoming resistance. They hit pretty hard. Front sliding a little bit. Not looking ahead enough. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work, but it's doing it. And I'm sure there's people that can do a lot better than me. Because I'm dog shit at riding in general. Tire feels pretty good. It's not as slippery as the 2-track, just because there's more gaps in there, so it's grabbing a little bit harder. Still slides around a fair amount. As far as the front, I was trying to hold the brake a little bit more through the corner and kind of keep weight on the front end. And it slipped a couple times. It was really hard pack in that corner with some slight gravel on top. Not gravel, but kind of loose dirt on top. I don't know if I'd call that the tire's fault, more conditions. But yeah, I'll call this video here. And actually, before I go, let's check how many miles I'm at. That's not right. That's in kilometers, I think. I need to change this back. So I'm at 14,000 miles, or 14,112 miles. 30-ish of that was just getting to this location. So another 30 miles back, and yeah, we'll see what the life of this tire is like, especially since I have to ride a lot of road miles to get to where I want to ride. But yeah, I'll call the video here, and see you in the next one. Bye.